past the pawnbrokers and through the street markets. But now only for a few more hours. Perhaps he's remembering the days before yesterday, when the first tram ever appeared. The stories his father used to tell. Or how he himself started as a conductor in 1910, punching tickets at night by the flickering light of an oil lamp. It all started a long time ago. And now it's the finish. Though sometime, someday, it had to come. And some people were glad to see the back of them. And some of us were sorry they were going. For we'd be missing a sight as friendly as a pleasure steamer, though not quite so silent. One last week to clatter through the streets. Streets that will never be the same now the tram is gone. Now, all the paraphernalia that was only theirs is in the attic. Those stops for the change from the middle rail to the overheads, where the conductor aimed the arm and got it up first time, most times. 100 yards away, the ploughmen on their own little island. Out would shoot the plough for the trams going the other way. Under it would go the fork to help it slide in. Down would come the arm, and the change was complete. And that's how it was every day. Give and take like an old married couple. The drivers, conductors, the depotmen and linesmen and the ploughmen and the pointsmen share with some of us an affection for the old ladies. We'll remember the rattle and the clang and the sway and how snug it was to be inside when it was raining outside. It's a funny thing, really, but the trams and the rain and the streets of South London all seem to belong together. Not that anyone likes getting wet. And to see them going by those corners that haven't been built on since the bombing. Oh, they seem a long way off now, those days of the Blitz. That sound of the first morning tram used to be a comfort all right then. You'd hear it long before the all clear sometimes.
En route now to Parsons Hill, Woolwich. Owing to restricted road widths, a short stretch of narrow-gauge horse tramway survived in Woolwich until November 1913. Following road widening and electrification, the LCC introduced through running over the 12 miles from the embankment to Abbey Wood. At High Street, the trams met the isolated 696 and 698 trolleybuses, which had replaced trams to Bexley, Dartford and Erith in 1935. Change from conduit to overhead was made at Woolwich Free Ferry. 168 was always regarded as the fastest car when allocated to Holloway Depot. E3 1915 is followed by a Class J1 trolleybus of 1938. In 1952, Woolwich was a traction paradise, with trams and trolleybuses filling the narrow streets and travelling beneath a web of overhead wires. The focal point of operations was Beresford Square, where trams were sometimes shunted to keep them in the correct sequence. (297), formerly West Ham No. 70, is followed by a recently overhauled trolleybus being towed back from Charlton Works to its depot. two former East Ham cars on depot workings, the first turning from Plumstead Road into Beresford Square. Whilst the conductor of the second switches the points to run straight ahead towards the change pit. 165 was unusual in that it was mounted on an E1 truck. Herod Street crossover, terminus of Route 40, with a car just starting its 13-mile journey back to Savoy Street. A West Ham and an East Ham car on the Humpback Bridge at Plumstead Station. Note the absence of adverts on the front of the leading trolleybus. Various cars on the single track in Plumstead High Street. A brief glimpse of the interior of dome roof car number 2. Wickham Lane, junction with the former Bexley route to Dartford, replaced by trolleybuses in 1935. The Loop, midway between Wickham Lane and Bostel Hill. A short working E3 turns out of suburban Basildon Road, heading due west towards Woolwich. (1990) basks in the sun as it turns from MacLeod Road into Basildon Road. Staff car 2055 on a special duty to and from Abbey Wood. As the road here was sufficiently wide, trams on this stretch utilised their own overhead wires. Activity at Abbey Wood Depot. And Peter Matthews' final views of Abbey Wood Terminus in the evening twilight. Brief glimpses of service cars in Woolwich Road and cars awaiting scrap in the Penhall Tramatorium, before returning to savour once more the wealth of activity around Woolwich. In these next scenes, note the close proximity of the track to the curb. Crowds clamber aboard in Woolwich New Road and a conductor watches anxiously as a West Ham car negotiates the unusual track layout.
Don't know when, but I know we'll meet again some sunny day.
Further scenes of the cars at work on the hilly one-way sections between Beresford Square and Woolwich Common.
Just like you always do, till the blue skies drive the dark clouds far away. So will you please say hello to the folks that I know? Tell them I won't be long. They'll be happy to know that as you saw me go, I was singing this song. We'll meet again, don't know where, don't know when, but I know we'll meet again some sunny day. We'll meet again, don't know where, don't know when, but I know we'll meet again some sunny day. Keep smiling through, just like you always do, till the blue skies drive the dark clouds far away. So will you please say hello?
Note the prefabs on the left.
Tell them I won't be long. They'll be happy to know that as you saw me go, I was singing this song. We'll meet again, don't know where, don't know when, but I know we'll meet again some sunny.
6 wires, 2 for trams, 4 for trolleybuses. This 46 is on a depot journey to take up service at Woolwich.
Sometimes I want.
Abbey Wood Depot was opened in 1910 and extended in 1913. From 1941, its main allocation was the ex-East Ham and ex-West Ham cars.
Dreaming of a song, the melody haunts my reverie.
Number 1 remained a firm favourite with enthusiasts and was used for several post-war tours.
When our love was new, and each kiss an inspiration. But that was long ago.
Here Number 1 has ventured out to southeast London at Middle Park Avenue.
In the stardust of a song, beside a garden wall, when the stars are bright, you are in my arms. The nightingale tells his fairy tale,
A glimpse of the air brake
of paradise where
and a good view of the platform doors and drop-down step.
though I dream in vain.
Between Woolwich Beresford Square and Woolwich Common, there were 2 sections of one-way workings in neighbouring streets.
My stardust melody, the memory of love's refrain.
3 4 head smartly down Grand Depot Road towards Woolwich, whilst in the distance another car is about to tackle the outbound single line up New Road. These views clearly show the offset position of the trolley poles on these two cars descending Grand Depot Road.
Melody, the memory of love's refrain.
You must remember this. A kiss is still a kiss, a sigh is just a sigh. The fundamental things apply as time goes by. And when two lovers woo, they still say, I love you. On that you can rely. No matter what the future brings as time goes by. Moonlight and love songs never out of date. Hearts full of passion, jealousy and hate. Woman needs man and man must have his mate. That no one can deny. It's still the same old story.
In Eltham itself, cars pass under the railway bridge on Well Hall Road.
A case of do or die. The world will always welcome lovers as time goes by.
The 46 was the last route in London to terminate at Southwark Bridge.
Never out of date, hearts full of passion, jealousy and hate. Woman needs man and man must have his mate. That no one can deny. It's still the same old story.
Although built as late as 1932, Walthamstow 2055 had been demoted to act as Charlton Works staff car. Note the external body bracing.
The world will always welcome lovers as time goes by.
Who can it be? Hello, hello. Yes, this is me, darling, oh my darling. What a surprise! It's been so long, why there's tears in my eyes.
And this was the first English electric-bodied Class HR2 to be delivered in 1930, 1855.
Oh, you're not coming? I see, oh, I see. Well, I hope you'll be happy. Thank you, I'll try.
On the early morning of the 6th of July, 1952, they will never forget the sight and sound of the cars as they ran in for the very last time. Bedaubed with chalked inscriptions, one of the cars sits in the rarely used siding at Addington Street, laid in 1950. "12 miles from central London, the two cars stopped at Abbey Wood, whilst participants watched the final preparation for the conversion to buses.
Yes,
Ordinary service cars had just a few hours left for the 74-minute trip to central London.
yes, yes, I know my party is gone, but I'll always love him, I guess till I die. Thank you for calling. Goodbye.
E3 1951 was the official last car. Surrounded by well-wishers, it finally reached New Cross Depot at 1:15 on the morning of the 6th of July, 1952. But shortly after, and almost unexpectedly, 187 battled in after a long journey from Eltham. This proved to be London's last tram in service, but no film is known to exist of its epic last run. "1951 stood in silent dignity as the crowd sang Auld Lang Syne and said, 'Goodbye, old tram.'" By 3:30, all the trams were at Penhall Road, the last to arrive being 1931, which in 1931 had performed the ceremony at the reopening of the Kingsway subway.
What a night that was. London hung on to its last tram like a dog with an old bone.
And so, in the name of Londoners and London transport, I say, goodbye, old tram.
For most London cars, there was to be no second home. Their last resting place was a huge, specially built graveyard at Penhall Road, Charlton, where after each conversion, scores of trams, some with visible evidence of body fatigue, would make this final one-way journey.
Why does the sun go on shining? Why does the sea rush to shore? Don't they know?
Taken sideways by the traverser, the cars withdrawn after stage 3 were shunted onto one of the 26 storage sidings to await their turn to be burnt, only the Felthams escaping.
Why do the birds go on singing? Why do the stars glow above? Don't they know it's the end of the world? It ended when I lost your love.
Stripped of any saleable items, the bodies of over 700 trams were tipped over and burnt.
Why everything's the same as it was. I can't understand. No, I can't understand.
Gradually this graveyard of trams was reduced to mounds of charred wood and twisted metal, until the final car, 179, was burnt on January the 29th, 1953.
Why do these eyes of mine cry? Don't they know it's the end of the world? It ended when you said goodbye. Why does my heart go on beating? Why do these eyes of mine cry? Don't they know it's the end of the world? It ended when you said goodbye.
Of the tram cars are. The seats are so small and there's not much to pay. You sit close together and spoon all the way, and many a miss will be misses someday through riding on top of the car. We climb on the car when the journey begins, and we make for the first vacant seat. For all other people we don't care two pins, so long as our comfort's complete. And when the conductor comes up for the fares, he punches our tickets, then goes, but gives us a wink as he pops down the stairs, like an overgrown Cupid in clothes. When you sit close together and spoon all the way, and many a miss will be misses someday through riding on top of the car. We get to the end of the journey all right, or at least to the end of the track. But while all the others prepare to alight, we remain on the car and go back. And when we get married, now boys, here's a tip that ought to be useful to you. We shan't spend too much on the honeymoon trip, for we've made up our minds what to do.